Donald Trump is still hoping that his allies are going to cause enough disruption that maybe he can be president of the United States for another 4 years. But what he really needs to be focused on right now is the fact that the investigation into the Trump Organization's finances up there in New York has been heating up. So we should say in the last few weeks, including major developments this week. Before we get to those, let's talk about what's been happening for the past few weeks. A grand jury has been empaneled. You don't just throw a grand jury together unless you believe you have enough evidence to start presenting to show that somebody's guilty of something. That's why grand juries exist. You don't just do it because, hey, you know what, let's play it safe and get... No. Grand juries come along when you're pretty sure you got them. So, the grand jury has been empaneled. Trump Organization employees have been forced to testify under oath with investigators. Deutsche Bank employees have been talking under oath. And, as it was just revealed this week, you have now forensic accounting specialists that have been hired by the Manhattan District Attorney, Cy Vance. Now, you don't bring these kinds of people in unless you think, okay, here's what we've got. You're the expert. You go ahead and tell us what this actually means. These are experts. And whenever you're preparing for a trial, you get the experts. Now, again, I have to point this out because apparently a lot of people do think I'm a lawyer because I work with lawyers and I work in a legal magazine. I am not a lawyer at all. Did not go to law school. But I have helped them prepare for trials before. I've written a lot about trials. One of the things that the best attorneys in this country do, and especially prosecutors, first thing you do is you find the experts. And you get the experts to look at the evidence you have, and they'll tell you like no or yes, basically. But you don't call them in until you're pretty sure it's a yes. Because that yes from the expert, that confirmation from the expert, is what you use to sell it to the jury, or in this case, it would be the grand jury. This is a major step forward, the hiring of these forensic accounting experts, because their testimony, their analysis of these banking documents and all the other financial records, I guarantee you it's going to be presented to the grand jury because they brought these people in to confirm what they already believe to have happened. That's how this typically works. You don't bring them in to debunk your case. You bring them in essentially to certify it. That's a bad development for Donald Trump. That's a horrifying development for Donald Trump. This investigation, along with the one being carried out by New York Attorney General Letitia James, these have real impacts on Trump. These could easily result in jail time for Donald. I think it's a little too optimistic to expect that, but I do think when all this is said and done, that Trump Organization is never going to be the same, and Trump's net worth will never be the same either.